The Android Cup Series has never been to a short track until today. We head to Mesa Marin for the sixth stop on the Android Cup Series Season 8 calendar. On the pole for today's event is the number 24 Nathan Orman. To his outside is the 66 of Winnie Calhoun. Third is Zachary Fitzwater Sr. Fourth, Vargas, and we're at the top five is Casey Wells. Thomas, Harmon, Jefferson, DeLillo, Bigelow, Cologne round out the top 10. And green flag is out. We are racing in Mesa Marin. Looks like Orman's going to get out to a very early lead that number one. He's got a good gap over this second two in the pack of the 59 and 66. Annie Thomas is up here. Found a lane. Got to the inside. Now she is in third. And Christian Vargas also up here as well, battling with the 66, who is yet to get to the inside. Looks like he'll have a clear opportunity here. But single file for the front five. The 59 here as well. Looks like the 24 moves up the racetrack just a little bit, giving enough room for Zachary Fitzwater Sr. Will pull to the inside and try and take the lead away. Looks like Vargas is going to do the same thing. He's going to try to, but isn't there. And probably that was in reaction to 24 being on the outside. Now the 17 on the inside. The 66 moving into third. Now it's Thomas trying to go after the 59 here. Fitzwater Sr. Looks like the 59 kind of slides at that corner. And Annie Thomas is going to try and get the lead here. She will. Now Calhoun is going to try and go for second. Maybe for the lead if he can get a good enough run. I don't think he will, but he's right behind the 17 regardless. Now we're back to single file for the front five. First battle back here is the 03, the 24, who is still falling back into the clutches of Marcus Sachi now in ninth. He is almost out of the top 10 after losing the lead. But the 66 now just getting ever so closer to the 77. And now I think this will be the breaking point. 17 up high, 66 down low. Thomas tried to block it, but no room. The 66 will pull out front on lap number 12. He goes a bit wide, though. Here comes Josh Harmon, the 78, to try and take the lead over now on lap 13. As they go side by side down the back straightaway. Fitzwater is there. He'll already pull inside, move him up the racetrack, and side by side to lead that lap. I think it was the 78 on the outside. No, Fitzwater got it by just 1/100th. And it's on now here. And Mesa Marin, but a contact between the 66 and 73. The 78 was on the very outside. But wow, we got plenty of racing, plenty of battles here at Mesa Marin. And it was good to see. We've never been to a short track in the Android Cup Series, mainly because we thought there'd be a lack of competition. Not today. Plenty of action here. And the 17 is going to get to the inside, take the lead away from Fitzwater. Wells is now entered the top 10, maybe even the top 2 if he can get to the inside of Fitzwater here, which he will. And the 66 also back on the inside. Now Wells to the inside for the lead on the 17. Next up in line is the 66 of Calhoun, already putting his nose on the inside, setting up for turn number 1, but he isn't able to make a move on Wells quite yet. Marcus Sachi trying to become the first one with 2 wins this season. He's up here at the middle point of the race. course, your winners so far: Joey Cobra, Marcus Sachi, Joshua Harrison, Austin Robb, and I want to say the last one was... oh, it was DeLello Watkins Glen. We get to a bit of a calmer point of the race. Let's zoom out here for a little while. You'll see more of the action now that we're kind of viewing the race from a spectator's point of view. You'll definitely be able to see a whole lot more battles, especially mid-pack, and how each driver runs the racetrack. You'll see who's running up the track, who's trying to hook the bottom line. And one of those drivers are going to be the 70 or the 66, the 78 tried pulling to the inside of the 03. That would have made it 3 wide with David Vickers on the inside. Probably wouldn't want to do that. But now that Calhoun has the lead, the 03 now is going to try and take his car all the way down to the white line. Pull to the inside. And to lead the lap, it was the 66, but Wells is there, and he'll take the spot. The 42 now will be on the inside of him whenever it's time for him to take the lead over. And Vickers kind of slides up into the 03, saves his car, avoids contact, and now DeLello is in prime position to get his second win of the season if the race were to end right now. Wells got forced up again by the 66. Oh, DeLello with the problem. He goes into the pits and hits the barrels. So hopefully that's not going to cause a caution. We'll be watching the case lights. And no yellow is out. That is a heartbreaking day ender for DeLello and maybe even a whole lot of the other drivers who were up there, but now it's just a 2-car show with the 03 and 42. We'll have to monitor the intervals between the second and third, or the first and second place cars, as well as third, Winnie Calhoun. It looks like he is kind of away from the 7, so these guys should not be too worried if they don't start battling, which it looks like the 7 got a huge run through the corner, and they might just start doing so. That's not what you want to do when you're trying to catch up. That's just going to let the leaders pull away. Just want to watch and see if they battle, because these guys are battling for the win. So these two really just had a good position when the 73 had that mechanical failure. And now they might be the 2 to fight for the win, because they are gaining ground on the rest of the pack. The 25 has just taken over third. Now he gets forced up the racetrack for the 17 of Andy Thomas, who goes to the inside. They are side by side for the lead now. The 03 is going to take over. And yeah, what can I say? The second pack has fallen off a cliff. It's pretty much the Wells and Vickers show up at the front of the field. No way anyone else can catch, I don't think. Hell, we're maybe even more likely to catch lap traffic. Who knows? The 20 is in turn 3 now. I don't know. That might be a stretch. So now put Vickers in the lead. It looked like the 00 gained time there. He did. Wow. That was a whole 3/10 almost. Alright, let's see here. They gained just 500s, but that's still progress on the front two. Maybe that's because they've stopped battling, but they're going to start again with the 43 on the inside of the 00. If they want to catch, they really got to stop. They really, I mean, they gained another 600s. And these two continue to battle, by the way. I think there was some fall off, though. Nope, they gained again. Let's see if they can get it under a second. They still have time. We are approaching 25 laps to go in around 6-7 laps. I think they just lost 100 there. But Sachi is now out and away from the 17 of Annie Thomas. And these front two just gained time again. So I'm not quite sure what happened. I think that might be because Vickers and Wells were battling for a good amount of time. They've kind of realized that the second pack was catching them. They've kind of cooled it down. They probably want to be the only ones to contend for this win because there's at least a coin flip 50-50 chance that one of them are going to get it. But now back to the inside once again for the Ford 2 of Vickers. Gap stayed the exact same that time around. What will it be this time? Not the 17 on the inside of the 43. They did decrease it, but now I expect it to increase again because these guys are side by side. Yeah, 2/10 up. 2/3 of the race done here in Mesa Marin. As the front two go back to gaining time on the rest of the pack. Wells goes to the inside. And now the second pack just gained 900s. Now they're going to lose time, I bet. No, it just stayed the exact same. They continue to battle back here. That's Joshua Harrison for third on the inside of Vargas. Back to 1.47 back. Fitzwater Sr. now looking for third. 1.55 back. .60. Neo 3 continues to lead. Now Fitzwater to the inside. They battle for third continuously. That's going to let the leaders pull away. So let's focus on them entirely as we close out this race. Coming to 15 to go here soon. Just 3 laps. .43 gets though 3 up the race. 42 gets to 3 up the racetrack. But that isn't enough to take the lead. He slides it in the corner. Behind Wells. And Wells is going to keep his lead. They're single file back there now. But it might be too late because these guys have stopped battling for the moment. Fitzwater has had third for a little while now. But once again, it's the top two are also doing the same thing. It's over 2 seconds. And there's pretty much no chance that we catch the rest of the field at the tail end. .42 down low. This is a good opportunity. Will be to the inside, down the front straightaway, but Wells is able to block. Stays in front of the 42 and builds up a 2-car length lead. Now back down to 1. And Vickers now just isn't close enough. Oh, he made a great gain that time. To the inside he goes. Down the front stretch. Puts him with the track. Side by side down the back stretch. Vickers dives it down in there. To lead that lap, it was the 42 by a margin smaller than 100th. And now Wells is going to be trying to play catch up. It won't last long, though. It looks like he goes to the inside already here. And Wells goes back to the point. Just 5 laps to go this time. The 42 once again gained. Got to the back bumper. Now he's peeking inside looking for that clean air. Four laps remain. Wells trying to build a gap. That's kind of what happened last time. Didn't get that good of an entry on the corner. The 42 got to the inside. He was able to hug the bottom better than Wells did. And Vickers is there. With just 2 laps remaining. He gets to the inside here. Slides off the corner. That might have been it. He'll have just 2 more shots at the win. At the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Hoping Wells makes a mistake, but I don't think it will happen. Mathis Wells is going to score the win here in Mesa Marin. And Vickers, a valiant effort, ends up second. Zachary Fitzwater third. Ended up being the driver in third place after all was said and done, after all that battling that they did. Stephen Clone, respectable fourth. 95, 98. Finishes fifth, the 83. Sixth place, Harmon, 7th. The 00 8th. Austin Robb, defending race winner, in 9th. The 28 of Anton Traubois rounds out 10th. 73 is the only one out after impacting the pit barrels after he had to slow up for probably an issue, or he just came down to pit. And that's what split the field up and ultimately gave the win to either the 03 and the 42. And they were the ones to come out victorious. But ultimately, there could be only one winner out of the 2 of them, and it was Mathis Wells on top. So let's go to victory lane with the number 03 Chevrolet after today's race win here in Mesa Marin. Thank you for watching the Android Cup Series. We'll see you next time.